Okay, I think we are live.
Uh-huh.
Hello, everyone. And first of all, welcome to all the replay viewers, because I know many of you are going to catch this later on tonight, or maybe even in the morning with your coffee. So if you are catching this later on, please give us a hashtag replay and get involved with the conversation too, because we want to answer your questions as well. But anyway, I have a very, very special guest here with me today. This is Danielle Kaminski. She is the owner of MADE by Danielle, as well as Reinvintage Warehouse, where this amazing event, the ARtisan MADE Art Retreat, is going to be held. And she's here just to kind of talk to us about it and answer any questions. And we are going to have a really special, can I say the word? So say hello when you come rolling in, everyone.
Thank you
Danielle,
for having me.
thank you for just being willing to pop on and on a Monday. Um, and chit chat with us for a little bit. We have Marcy here. So we have people coming in. So I would love it. I'm going to give you like an extra big hug for any of you that share this out. So that helps us so much, just to kind of grow a little bit as small businesses. So Danielle, tell us a little bit about this amazing event that we're going to be having here very soon.
Yes. So ARtisan MADE it was born out of a place of wanting to get together to be creative, also maybe chat business for people who wanted to chat business, but not necessarily, just more kind of get together with people who want to create, want to try new things, want to do different things in a space that was comfortable and cozy. I'm a big fan of my store, obviously, but it's a different kind of space. It's different than going in. I've been to things in conference centers and they're great. I love them, but it was like, wow, wouldn't it be cool if you could do that kind of a thing in this cozy, warm, creative environment? So we've got 3 days, April 9th through 11th. So that's a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're going to have basically 10 different workshops, because we broke up our individual workshops that we're teaching into 2 so that we could have just even more, I guess, to really look at. Like we're each teaching 2 classes. So even though we all sort of have a specialty, we're going to be showing people how to do 2 different things instead of just one big workshop. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And then, of course, we're doing a furniture painting workshop on Wednesday.
I'm so excited about that, I must say.
That's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm excited. I was telling Renee yesterday, I haven't even showed you guys the picture yet, because I've got a tall 5-drawer chest of drawers that we're going to be painting together. And then, of course, when class is over, we'll be giving that away to one of our class participants. So that's going to be exciting.
So awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So
DIY paint, because we all love our DIY paint.
Yes, yes. So, and, I think, everybody will be creating that, but is it open for people to get their hands in it too, if they would like?
For sure. Absolutely. So we will all be there, because we sort of all have different ways that we do things. We're going to have different tips and tricks based on what we like to do. Because there's, hundreds of different ways to use a brush. So to hear from different people, how they like to do things is going to be helpful for folks. But once we get going in different areas, anyone who does kind of want to get their hands on the paint and play with it, like that's definitely there's going to be room for that, for sure, for people to be able to sort of test it out. And if you've only ever heard people talk about being heavy-handed or light-handed, and you're just not sure what that means, like, you'll get an opportunity to put a brush in your hand and get a feel for it. And because we are using DIY paint that we love so much, mistakes are easily fixed. It's not going to be a problem. So it's not like someone has to worry that they're going to screw up the piece or anything. It's like a real opportunity to try something new.
And I don't know about you, but I always learn from my mistakes, and I'm always like, well, that was cool. Let's just go with this.
Yeah.
I mean, I've learned so much that way. And, and then I'm like, okay, then I have to remember, okay, how did I get that? So I'm like,
how do I recreate that?
Create that mistake, that happy mistake. Right. So, yeah. Yeah, I can't wait. And then the other classes too. There's a lot going on with this. Everyone, if you're on the fence, I mean, there's going to be something for everyone.
Yes.
So
There'll be plenty of painting on canvas, which I know is what a lot of people are super interested in. They're maybe intimidated by a canvas, or maybe they've just never learned different techniques and that's what they want to learn. So there's going to be plenty of that, but there's also going to be mixed media. I'm going to be pulling fibers in. We're going to be, using ribbons and fabrics and those kinds of things in our pieces. It's going to be a really great.
could you explain just a little bit about that too, just for my audience, when you're saying we're going to be pulling fibers through and stuff, because they might not really understand what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
I wish
And
oh, here we go. I got something. Hang on.
is the coolest. So, and I really think that that's going to be a big thing coming up, is the three-dimensional art, where it's not just, yeah.
I've always loved this. So I'm a fiber junkie. I always have been. I mean, the first creative thing I did was when my grandmothers taught me how to sew. So I like to make, different funky stuff. And then
Yeah.
I enjoyed painting and I thought, well, wanted to do it different. This is a kit. So this isn't a great example, but it gives you an idea. Because this is actually a printed canvas that I got from Renee in order to create these kits. But the idea is that you paint your canvas, you create your texture, your dimension, that kind of thing. And then this is canvas weaving, which is where you basically create your loom on your canvas and you add your fibers. So that's one way to do it. And this is all I taught last year, was just basically like we painted a canvas and I taught them how to do this. This year we'll be touching on this, but the idea of stitching other things as well, and how to use, not just to create a weaving on top of a painting, but to use the fibers in the weaving, in the painting, stitching things like singly on and stuff. There's going to be some basic stitching, but nothing that, I mean, is easy enough for a beginner to pick up. But also structured in a way that if somebody takes the class and they know embroidery techniques and they love embroidery techniques, they're going to have a blast, because I'm going to show them how to use that on a canvas. Because ultimately
It brings a whole other level to the
Yeah.
artwork, I think.
Yeah, I love it, because ultimately canvas is a textile. It is a textile fabric medium that has been prepared to handle paint. So we're just kind of bringing it back into its root a little bit to give it a little bit something extra that's going to be really unique for people. So I'm excited. I'm excited to teach that.
I'm excited. I want to take the class.
No, right? I want to take all of our classes.
I know that's going to be the only bad thing, is I won't be able to take everyone else's class because we'll be teaching ourselves. So I'll have to come back again someday.
Definitely.
And play. So yeah, I'm so happy that I can make it this round, though. I was so bummed that I couldn't make the first one, but I heard so many wonderful things about it.
We had such a great time. So the biggest piece of feedback that we got, and I don't know that it was negative feedback, because it was a wonderful thing to hear. Last time everybody was like, but I want to do everything, because we started things last time that everything was piecemeal, and you picked what you wanted, and classes backed up to each other, and you could take different classes, but it's doing something sparkly in the background. I don't know. It's because I talk with my hands.
That's pretty cool.
But everyone,
it's something.
I know. But everyone was like, they wanted to take all the classes. They didn't want things to overlap. They wanted more time in between. They wanted it to be one experience. So that was why we started things this time by creating this all access pass. And it's definitely the best price, the best value. You get access to everything. Breakfast in the morning, dinners in the evenings, Q&A panels, craft party. I'm really excited about our evenings with this event.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah. That's going to be a little bit of structure so that we sort of stay on task and we make sure everyone gets the value that they want out of the event, but a little bit more freedom for people to connect, make sure they're asking the actual questions that they're looking for the answers to, not just the things that we've planned to teach them. I'm really excited, because to me, a lot of times those conversations, when I hear from people after the fact about what they took home and how it helped them, a lot of times it's the the classes are great. They love the skills that they learned, but what they learn in those conversations, what they get to ask those business questions during the Q&As, or the person they connect with at dinner, that
Yes.
seems to be what they remember the most and talk about the most.
Yeah, and I kind of wanted to touch on that a little bit too, because a lot of times, especially for those that maybe haven't taken that extra just leap of faith and just gone to a retreat. I mean, even by yourself, I go to many by myself now. I love it. I actually love traveling by myself. And not awful. So it's easy, but it's more fun with girlfriends. But I'm telling you, if you haven't done this before, um, the retreat like this one is nice because it's good for the business, the creative business people that are out there. Or if you're thinking of starting a creative business and you don't know where to start, I mean, this is a great place to be. And it answers so many questions, and it kind of builds a support system for your small business, because as small business, especially small business women, I feel like it's kind of lonely. So I feel like it's really nice to have like the sisterhood where you can kind of lean on people, and whether it's the instructors or the people that you meet there, everybody has their own bit of knowledge that they bring to the retreat. Which I love that about. I think that's probably one of my, I mean, of course, the classes and the art, but it's more about, I mean, it's a whole it's a whole thing. It's not just about the art and the creativity, but the business too, which is also your education for your business. So, we can
Yeah, exactly.
break
Exactly.
that up as our education, because we do need to keep up with that.
Absolutely. I mean, it's 100% education for your business. I mean, absolutely. There's no question about it.
I feel like people forget that side of it, though, I feel like as women, they almost like hold themselves back because, oh my gosh, I might have fun. Oh, and it's like,
This
we
sounds
can
like
do both,
self-care. I can't indulge in that.
right? Like, we really can do the whole
Yes.
package. It's allowed.
Yes. Yes. We can have fun while we learn and network. And I tell you, the networking is huge too. The connections that you make, you never know what friends you're going to make, or business buddies, even that maybe you collaborate on projects in the future and come out with some really cool things.
Yeah.
Um, and it's hard to, as much as we get to know each other online, because we meet and we get to know each other online, but that connection in person where you get to take the conversation just a little further, there's a big difference in inflection and hand gestures as I'm sitting here talking with my hands and setting things off on the screen. Like, there's just something different about connecting with people in person. Um,
There is. There
yeah.
really, yeah, there really is. It's a, it's a vibe. It's a thing.
It's a vibe. I love that. It's a vibe.
Well, tell us more about the event, and then we have, there's something even at the end of the event, and all the little specials going on.
Yes.
Whoops.
So during the event, not only do we have the classes, but you guys have the opportunity to bring products with you. So as much or as little as you want, and it will be, I know it will vary from person to person. I know, Renee came last time and she had an opportunity to meet the customers of Spartanburg to know what they're interested in. So she's excited to come back and bring products. I hope that we'll see some of your goodies as well. And I know
Yeah.
Laura's, figuring out what she's going to bring with her. But it's a great opportunity to not only get to learn from your teachers, but potentially shop with them, see things in person. Again, if you are not used to being where these instructors are or where each other are, you can't really see things in person, and it makes a difference. Great photographs are wonderful, but seeing things in person just makes a difference. So it gives you the opportunity to shop things you wouldn't normally have an opportunity to shop in person. And then in that same vein, anyone who sticks around for Saturday, we have backed the event right up to our local spring artisan market. So local vendors who come and join us for the day for our big spring market will be there on Saturday. And that way you can just sort of stick around, get a little bit more Spartanburg flavor, and you guys are sticking around, to Saturday to get the opportunity to kind of just mix and mingle a little more. And
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the day. That
Yeah.
means I get to shop a little bit too.
Yeah. Just like decompress, do a little shopping.
Yeah.
It's a fun time. So
Yeah. I think
kind of
this would be the perfect event for like a girls' trip too. So, if somebody's getting a little anxious because, spring has sprung and they're anxious to get away, this would be a great, like a little girls' trip. Just go for a few days and get away. So,
and on the sales page, I linked a couple of hotels that are nearby that I know are really nice. That being said, there's a lot of Airbnbs in our area. So if you are making a girls' trip out of it, going in with a handful of friends, there's some really cute little places that you can stay in downtown Spartanburg. Um,
yeah. And that's how I feel like that's always a better price than a hotel too.
it usually is when you're sharing. And yeah. And then you have your own space and it's just,
Yeah. I love
we're
that.
also, the building itself, our warehouse backs up to a walking trail. So if you are like an introvert or somebody who gets overstimulated and that's the thing you're concerned about, you can literally slip out and just walk up and down this trail as much as you need to. I have friends who are serious introverts that's always a concern, but there are spaces to kind of sneak away if you need a breath.
Oh, that's nice. I mean, that is nice to know just because it can be overwhelming when when it's all hitting at one time and then you just kind of need to kind of let down for a little bit, take a
Yeah.
little walk in nature. I love that. You might find me on that trail. You'll
It's
be like, where'd she go?
it's the rail trail. So it's the I guess the historic, because it's not in operation anymore. But the where the railroad ran through town, because all the manufacturing was down our street for a long time. So when it was no longer in use, they turned it into a walking trail. So where we're at, you can actually walk all the way to downtown basically on this trail. So people are walking and biking all the time, but it's just a nice little wood lined, shop line kind of trail that you.
That's so cool. I know I was looking at pictures from the last event. Now, you didn't have it last year, but it was the year before, right?
Correct.
It was
Correct.
2 years ago.
First
Um,
Earth was in 2023. We decided instead of doing fall of 24 to push it to spring of 25. So we'll see if we do it again next year or if we make this an every other year thing. We'll just, we
yeah.
what's the word? We pivot as needed in this business, right? So we will always feed off of what we need to do to make sure that our customers get what they need and it fits us.
hmm Well, that's the way to do it, I think. I mean, it is all about the customers. So,
Yeah, exactly. And just want to make sure everyone has a good time. I mean, I think that's the thing is sometimes you just want to make sure that everyone has the space to do something fun and have a good time.
yeah, yeah. And then, so the classes, um, did we want to talk a little bit more about that or?
We can, if you want to. What do you think everyone wants to hear about the classes? Is anyone asking any questions?
Yeah, well, I've had people asking they wanted just more rounded information.
Okay.
I think they wanted some more rounded information and more details on it. So I've
Yeah.
been just kind of giving them, first of all, I've been directing them to the lives that we're all doing. So all of the artists, we're all doing lives,
Yep.
like a marathon. So you'll want to check out that schedule. I know I sent it out to my email list. So if you're on my email list, that's in your email. But you want to make sure that you catch the past lives because everybody's kind of talking about what they're doing. And we are I know with my class, my main class is going to be because I'm kind of known for the intuitive art, intuitive painting. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I call intuitive with intention. And I think that that's going to give you the best of both worlds for the person that's there because it's going to give them a nice taste of what it is just to paint intuitively. But then I'm going to go in and give them some direction on the end cohesive result.
Yeah.
Is kind of what I'm going to do. And by all means, I always encourage people, if they are getting that intuitive nudge to maybe do a little something of their own within that, Absolutely. I'm all for that. I mean, I'm not going to be the person that's like, no, you must follow suit here, you know.
Yeah, so that's going to be, I'm excited for that class. Very
And
excited
then
for that class.
I forget where I put it. I've got my little sample here of my record. I don't know what I did with it. I,
I'm excited about that.
you want me to show that? I found it. It's right behind.
Awesome. I think that's going to be fantastic. I know our listeners are going to love that.
So, and then this is one of the little.
I love it so much.
So we'll be,
Fantastic.
but you know, it's going to be fun. There's going to be something for everyone. I don't know. I can't wait. I can't wait. If you're on the fence too, I mean, right, the pricing.
I mean, yeah, this is by far the best price they're going to get. So the value, we broke it down to figure out the value, and the overall value of these classes, the cost value, what you would pay for them is over $900. So $650 is a great price. And that gets you access to everything, all the workshops, all Kelly's workshops, our furniture paint workshops. My one is going to be more of a canvas piece, kind of what I was showing you, get kind of an example of. And then the other one is actually woven flowers. So I love to weave flowers. I love to leave them on looms, but I have added them to things like to purses and things like that. So the class itself, you get to learn how to weave the flower, and then you get to learn how to take it off the loom and prepare it to use it on other things. So you can put it on other pieces of art, or you can stitch it onto the back of your jacket, or you can put it on a purse. You can add it to a pin. You can make a smaller version and add it to a pin so that you can pin it on anything. It's just a fun thing to learn how to do. And they'll have in that class anyway, that's going to have a toolkit that they get to take home that they'll be able to reuse. So I'm excited to teach that. I've actually never taught that before. It's something people have asked about. I've taught weaving in the round, which is part of that class, is how you do that. But this is pretty specific to how to actually make a flower that you can take off the loom and use in other ways. This is the first time I've taught it. I try to always, because I'm here all the time, right? So I try to introduce new classes during ARtisan MADE that you can't get the rest of the time, because I don't teach these classes all the time, because they're more involved workshops, and typically. So anyway, and then Renee is going to be teaching her nature inspired classes, skies and flamingos, which I don't know. Flamingos just make me smile. I have a lot of friends that flamingos are like their signature animal. And so it just makes me smile because I think about flamingos and I think about them. And I think that's going to be fun. And she's also doing memory boxes. So if you go back, if anybody didn't see her live yesterday, it's Rainy Day Vintage. You can go back and watch the replay. And she actually showed off the cigar boxes, the way that she's going to be teaching that class for people to make a memory box. And
so cute.
I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be live with Laura tomorrow night on Restyled Lemons, and she'll be showing us some stuff, but she's going to be doing a mixed media class, and actually 2 projects within the mixed media class for them to take home, and then a watercolor and hand lettering class where they're going to make note cards and learn how to use those techniques together to create some usable products as well. So I think we're going to have just some fantastic classes. I don't think there's a single class that anybody would want to miss.
Yeah. Yeah, Laura's on here now. So Yay. This is Laura Lou. I call her my Laura Lou. But we do have some questions coming in too, but I want you to make sure you tell us all the things before we take questions. But every single one of you that are watching, if you do have a question, put it in the comment section. And before we end the live, I'm going to go through and read off all the questions. And we just have Renee just popped in.
Yay. Hey, Renee. And for anybody who's watching, make sure you stick around, because at the end we'll be doing prezzies.
Yeah. I don't know why we can't say that word.
I know.
I was going to write it on.
I say it anyway. I know we're not supposed to, but I have a tendency to just go with it because I don't know what else to say. I feel silly making up words. So
like, I could probably do I could do a Danner.
But no, so those are the classes. And then we'll have the dinners each night. So what we're going to do with those is it's a catered meal, but we'll be serving buffet style so that people can kind of network and eat the way they want to. And then once everyone's kind of served and settled, we'll start with panels, and we're going to have two different topics on Wednesday night and Friday night. And I say two different topics. We'll start with a topic basically where we'll each for just a couple of minutes basically give our very best advice on the topic, and then we'll sort of open it up for people to ask specific questions, because 9 times out of 10 what we think people want to hear, the question's a little different, and it leads to better conversation that way. And then Thursday night, so the middle night there, it's when we're going to have our craft party. So it's going to be a pizza party, craft party. We're going to have yummy, pizza, salad, desserts, all that kind of good stuff. And then we'll have tables just throughout the store with all kinds of different craft supplies. And then we'll be there. There'll be a couple of suggestions for crafts that people can do that we can help them with, but also there's going to be a bevy of supplies. So it's a great opportunity for sort of a freestyle crafting night. If you have something you've been kind of wanting to make and all the materials are there, but it's not exactly what we've taught, you'll have the opportunity to do it. And then of course, Renee, she has craft kits that she'll be selling. We have craft kits at the store. I have other vendors in the store with other things that they sell. So if somebody's like, oh, I want to try this, it would be a great time to go ahead and buy that thing if you want to make it at the craft party and get somebody to help you with it while you're there in person. Versus watching whatever video comes with it or that kind of thing.
Yeah, I love that, because I feel like by the time they get through all of the different classes, I feel like they're going to have all of this burning inspiration inside them, and they're going to just want to let loose. So I think that's really smart that you're doing that. How much fun.
I know, right? It's just fun. I'm just so excited. So what questions do we have?
All right, let's go through and I will post them. Lots of comments, lots of hellos, comments. There was a question about, let's see. I have no idea how bad I wish I could go. I'll be there in a heartbeat. Let's see. I lost it. It was a question about the classes. Hold on. Somebody was asking like how long will each class be?
Oh, okay. Great question. So the furniture paint class, which will be the first class, that'll be our kickoff class on Wednesday afternoon. Oh, so, I guess I didn't say this. Of course, attendees get the itinerary emailed to them when it's, once you buy your ticket. But basically everything starts around lunchtime on Wednesday. Check-in is essentially around 1 o'clock. So for our all-in ticket holders, you guys have obviously an event swag bag with some really awesome stuff. You'll get that at check-in. And then the first thing that we'll have is our furniture paint class on Wednesday afternoon. The plan is that it's going to be 3 hours, but I'm not going to lie, you guys. I know what's it doing? But the plan is 3 hours, but I have worked in cushion time so that if we need, there's going to be time between the end of class and the start of dinner. So if we go a little long, there's plenty of wiggle room. And then the other classes, each instructor is teaching a 2-hour class and a 1-hour class. And the way that we have the classes laid out throughout both days, the whole full schedule isn't there yet, because right now we're only selling the all-in passes that come with everything and the VIP bags and all of that. And once it's all said and done, individual classes, it's going to depend. It's going to depend on how many tickets we sell, how to be able to offer those. So I don't have that schedule out yet because those are not for sale yet. And then if we do that, that's when, of course, the price has to go up for everything else, which is why we're trying to get you guys, if you're interested in coming, go ahead and buy that all-in ticket by Thursday, by the 20th, because on the 21st, that price is gonna jump up. And that's just kind of how it is. That's how we've got to do it, right?
Right. So, I mean, what is it now compared to?
So the ticket is $650 right now. The value of the ticket, as far as the individual cost, if you did all the classes, is over $900, and that doesn't include the swag bag and breakfast and everything, because that's not available for purchase on its own. It just won't be. And then the value of everything is more than $900. Right now the ticket price is $650. On Thursday it will go up to $775. And if you get your ticket now, then we haven't talked about that yet today. Each live we've talked about what we're doing, but basically when I wake up on the 21st, right, anyone who bought a ticket at the original price of $650 is going to go in a hat, and we have 5 different giveaways. So Renee is giving away a 30-minute one-on-one, for anyone who wants to talk with her about technique or prints or any of her expert areas, because she has a lot of them. I'm doing a 30-minute chat for really anything, which basically, though, brick and mortar or booth businesses. That's sort of my specialty. That's what I kind of specialize in, I guess you'd say. Kelly, I know you're offering a one-on-one for anyone who wants to talk paint techniques, but you said if the winner wants something else, you've also got a physical something that you're offering.
Your choice, yeah.
And Laura has put together a pack of creative supplies that she's going to be giving away. So all of those things, we want people to go ahead and get this great price. And then in addition to that, if you go ahead and get your ticket now, it helps us plan. And we want to say thank you by giving you some little extras that are just going to make your experience that much better. Oh, and then the store, Reinvintage Warehouse, is going to be giving away a pack of paint supplies, DIY paint supplies, that's going to be valued at over $150. So another big incentive when you look at that.
Yeah, I'd say.
She'll offer a choice too. So if you're not interested in business chats and one-on-one, she'll have something else for you.
Yeah, that gets
do the same. We just put it out there because a lot of times people really want that one-on-one. And since we've got those morning times that we could schedule some time together, we've got plenty of time in between. We've even got lunch breaks. So we're taking an hour and a half for lunch each day. And then we've got a list of all the places that are local. If anyone wants to go out to lunch, they can. If they want to grab something and bring it back, we have chairs and seating on our front porch if you just kind of want to stay together. But we wanted to make it to where if you wanted to kind of get a feel for the town and what we had to offer, you could do that too. So.
And I bet it's going to be beautiful too, and with the spring, and yeah, it's going to be. Yeah, I think the weather's going to be nice. So.
Yeah, the weather should be really nice. And just full disclosure, my plan, if the weather is as beautiful as it normally will be, my plan is actually to set tents up outside in our big lot area for our furniture class, because the weather is beautiful this time of year. So why not take advantage of it? And that way there's just more room to move and for people to get involved and for us to chat.
Yeah, I can't wait. Sounds like fun. Are there any other questions? I want to make sure everybody gets a chance. That is why we're doing the lives, just to be like kind of face to face, so to speak, with you in real time, answering all the questions, because we were getting overwhelmed with the different questions coming in. And so Danielle was like, why don't we just do some lives? And you know, I'm like, yeah, why didn't we do that? Why didn't we think of that earlier? So this just kind of makes it, it really, I think, gives you a better feel for what to expect, and get you excited about it too. I mean, It makes me feel more excited seeing everybody and talking to all the girls here. So yeah. Any questions? Anything else anybody would like to add?
So maybe while they're adding if they have any last minute questions, we can go ahead and talk about our little giveaway for today.
Yeah, you guys are going to love this. So Shannon said, this sounds like an epic year. ARtisan MADE, she's asking if it is going to be once a year.
So far, it has been we did not have this event in 2024. We had it in 23. Now we're having it in 25. I cannot guarantee we'll have it in 26. We may wait, another year. It kind of depends on you guys. Honestly, it's one of those things. The more people come and the more feedback we get, the more likely we are to have another one sooner. That's just kind of how event planning goes. You got to make sure that we're getting the people there, because I have to bring my artist in. So that's kind of what we do too, is how many people come.
Hold hold the thought right there, and we're going to continue with that, because right now we have close to 20 people. I want every single one of you to share this out for us because we have a giveaway. Okay, continue.
Yeah, good. So that was all I was saying, is that it's not, I don't call it annual because I want to give us the flexibility to do what we need to do. So like I said, in 24, we didn't have it, but we're having 25, and we may have it again in 26, or we may wait till 27. It kind of depends on how many people come and the feedback that we get, because I'm big on listening to everyone's feedback for what they want. So I love ARtisan MADE. It's by and large my favorite event that I've done so far. But I've done other events at the store that were, we did the Makers and Shakers conference in 22. And actually it was some of the feedback from that conference, which was much more business oriented, that had a shift to go to, we need some creative stuff happening over here. We really need that creative element. And when we did that event, it was partially in a conference center and partially at my store. And then the day that we were at my store, everyone had more fun. So it was like, you know what? That told me something too. Everybody wanted to be in a creative space, not in the conference space. So we changed it up that way too. So.
Okay, so let's see. Renee's saying me too. All right, are you ready? I'll take the banner down.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready. Let me take
this
banner.
So what we've been doing is we've been having everyone who wants to enter the giveaway to comment a word. And today the word is apron. So if you want to enter the giveaway, just comment apron. We'll give you a few minutes to get it in there, and then we'll pick a number and we'll pick somebody. But I knew and I both have a thing for Cantha. So
I want. That's
the reversible Cantha apron. The backside is solid, but both sides have pockets. So it is reversible. It's got the ties. And I picked this one, you guys, because it's St. Patrick's Day and we've got our 4-leaf clovers on there.
Love it.
Fun one. So all you have to do is type apron in the comments. We will pick a winner, and I will send you a message and get your address and get it sent to you.
Renee says, oh, I need that. Renee, you're not allowed. Exempt, darn it.
We will have them for sale at the event for anyone who needs one.
Everybody's loving that. Are you able to see the comments?
I am. Well, yes, I am. Yep.
Everybody's like sad face. It's Shannon's birthday.
Oh yeah. Those comments are coming in. I'll give it just another minute or two because people are still commenting. And then we'll go back through.
Keep commenting apron if you want a chance to get. It's so pretty.
I love it. I'll show you again because I love these colors. So it looks very green on the screen, but just so you know, like in person, it's got a little bit of like a teal turquoise kind of tint to it. And then the back, so if you're not one for all the color and pattern, if that for some reason makes you uncomfortable, the back is more solid. It's just a single pattern.
Yeah, now we all like the color.
No, right? I love the patchwork. That's my favorite part. My favorite part. All right.
They're still coming in.
They are. I love it.
The word apron, if you want a chance. I think you can only do it once, though, Miss Judy Hogan. You only get one chance, right? Oh, some of them are putting it in twice.
Oh, that messes with me. Hang on a second. Because I usually just count and have you pick a number. Yeah. All right. So let's see. That means I got to make a note. We're good. I can do this.
Just one time. Don't keep putting it. Don't write it in. If you've already typed in apron, don't type it in anymore. I'm gonna have to give demerits on here. I went to a private school. We got demerits in school. Oh, my bad. I thought you said keep commenting the word. Oh no, I meant if you hadn't already. Okay, so I think probably going to go with that. Yeah.
All right. So let me make sure I got the right number here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's okay, Judy. I was just teasing you. Portia's on here. She was at the last event.
It looks like all in, I got 10 people who commented. So pick me a number between 1 and 10.
Between 1 and 10. Let's say 6.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Portia!
Oh! Are you serious? That's so funny.
Portia's racking up. She won yesterday too.
Person.
I love it. She's so lucky.
How is it possible? That's so funny.
I gotta know. Or do you have any Irish in you? Because you're just so lucky. And then it's St. Patrick's Day on top of it.
I know, right? Oh, congratulations, Portia. She's on a streak.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
All right. Anything else that you need to add other than, oh, hi, Miss Julie, Mr. Giveaway. Is there anything else you want to add other than just reminding everybody?
Yeah.
Get
your ticket by Thursday. Get your ticket by Thursday because Friday the price goes up. And anybody who has their ticket by Thursday on Friday, we're doing the giveaways. So not only will you have your all-in ticket, but you'll have the chance to win some of these giveaways, which are essentially enhancements for while you're there. Opportunities for one-on-ones, and then the DIY paint package. So you're going to come learn how to paint furniture, and then you get to take some product home with you. How great is that? So yeah, Thursday's the day, March 20th. You want to get your ticket before you go to bed on March 20th.
Okay. And then we have more lives coming.
Yes.
So do you have that scheduled? Do you want to tell them?
Tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow night, I will be over on Restyled Lemons with Laura Louise from, I believe it's 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. And actually, that's right. I don't believe that. I know that that's correct. And then Thursday evening, I will be going live from Reinvintage Warehouse, from my store, where we're actually having the event. Everyone's going to join me for a few minutes. It's sort of our countdown live. I'll be showing you what else in that $150 giveaway that I was just talking about. We'll be answering any last minute questions. It's just really, like I said, that countdown to the price increase. Want to make sure that everyone has an opportunity to get their tickets before the price goes up. And then, yeah, that's Thursday night at 6. So 6 Eastern, 5 Central.
Okay. All right. So you want to make sure, and that's Restyled Lemons. That's Laura Louise. So we will all be chit-chatting with her in the comment section as well. And she'll be up talking about her classes and all the things. So make sure you check her out. All right. Well, I think that's it then. Thank you again for just spending a little bit of time with my customers here, and just kind of talk about, letting everybody kind of understand how it works and what else is going to be going on. So it answers
there's a lot going on, but I hope we get to meet a lot of you guys. It's going to be a great event.
Yeah, it is. All right, everyone. Well, have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will see you tomorrow over at Restyled Lemons, and we'll meet over there tomorrow. All right. Good night, everyone.